Hey, what's up guys? Chunky C here. So I was finally looking into getting started on the 4-star, the one that I did the unboxing video of like 14 years ago. So I was going through all my glues, adhesives, and everything, and just kind of taking a look, and well, my medium gap filling is hard as a rock, and this foam safe is hard as a rock, and I think my thin is now thick CA, so I need to make a run to the store and get some CAs. But I was looking at some of these epoxies here that I have. These are still good, but I got to thinking I was going to do a little video and talk to you guys a little bit about these epoxies. I've been flying with these resins for 25 plus years. I've never had a problem with them. They do turn yellow, they do get a little brittle, over time, but they're not a bad epoxy, for a hobby grade epoxy. The only problem that I've had with these is pretty much, am I mixing them correctly? Because one's thinner than the other. One's a lot thicker and one's a lot thinner, and when you try to put out equal amounts on a on a piece of cardboard, or squeeze them into a cup. I like using little plastic pill cups because you can squeeze it in there, mix it up, use it, and then throw it away. But I always have a hard time understanding. I'm sorry, not understanding. I always have a hard time second guessing myself. Did I do it right? I've got, when I squeeze them out, the thin one will level out really quick and, get really large, and then the thicker one will kind of stay small, and you try to look at it and eyeball it and try to figure out, is that 50-50 or what is it? And most of the time I've done pretty good with it. I have had a few times where it kind of stayed kind of sticky, tacky, and a little bit pliable. Probably could have used a little bit more hardener in it, but what I have done, and this is what I've recently switched to in the last probably 2 years, I've started using these cartridges instead. They take all the guesswork out of it. You don't have to guess, am I squeezing out the proper amount, because it's already done for you. Let me see if I can get one of these. This one right here, you have two different types. This particular type, if you can see it on the screen here, is this is a 1-to-1. This is a 2-to-1. So whenever you use these, you have to make sure you have a gun that will adapt to both of them. So if you decide to do this and you order a glue from gluegun.com, that's where I get these from. I'll tell you a little bit about these in a second. Make sure you get the one that has the small and the large plungers on it, because they will actually work both of them. They're for the 2-to-1, and they'll also still work on the 1-to-1. The small plunger will still fit inside the large hole, so this will do both of those. And these epoxies that I get are, let's see, this is the 420, the EP 420 white Infinity Bond. I mean, trying not to turn this into a video, bashing a resin, or saying that epoxy is better than this, but let's keep in mind that these right here, they are hobby grade resins. They're not the best in the world. They do turn yellow, or really they kind of start turning looking like honey over time, and they get brittle and they flake away. These will not. The peel strength on these is extremely strong. They maintain their form. They don't crack and get brittle. So these really are a better epoxy, but they are a lot more expensive. Like these tubes are like $16 a piece, and this is the EP 420 white. This one is a 25 to 30 minute working time, so it's essentially the same thing as like a 30-minute epoxy. And you can get it, this is white, which I've actually used it to fill in like a crack, like where you glue the horizontal on a white plane, and you get your squeeze out from the white. You take a little rag with some epoxy, and it'll fill in the little crevice, and it'll kind of blend it, kind of like caulk would on a kitchen counter or something. So that's pretty nice. The EP110 is the same as like Scotch Weld 100. It's Infinity Bond's answer to that. It's pretty much equal to it. They're both 5-minute epoxies. The Scotch Weld DP100 is amazing when you're out at the field and you have to make a quick repair. It's clear, it's 5 minutes, and when they say 5 minutes, you better believe you've got 5 minutes, and that's all you're going to get. Whenever you decide, if you decide to do this and jump on board and, you know, go ahead and save yourself some heartache and stop second guessing yourself like I've been doing for 20 some years of, you know, dang, did I mix that right? Was that 50, 1 to 1? What was it? You know, is my tail going to fly off? Get you some of these. There are 2 different types of nozzles depending on what type of cartridge it is. Usually the cartridges that have the gray will match these. These are the new style. These are the old style. But you can get these in short lengths like this, or you can get them in longer lengths such as this right here. Just make sure whichever one you order, make sure to get you a couple of these. But here's the thing I'm gonna tell you. Order you some of these, but don't use them. And you're probably wondering why I would say that. Well, whenever you read the instruction manual on the adhesives, they tell you when you use these nozzles, you put your nozzle on, you put it in your gun, it tells you to discard the first 2 inches, 1.5 inches or 2 inches of product that comes out. Reason being is as it comes through here, the first little bit that comes through doesn't get mixed up properly, and if you use that, you're taking a risk on it not bonding correctly. So the first inch or 2, as you're, you know, laying a bead down or whatever, it tells you to discard that. So let's say you put this big mamma jamma on here, and you know, squeeze out what you need for your repair, and when you get done, you take it off right away so that it, you know, it's not really going to cure on there, but I always take it off right away and then use a little alcohol to clean the tip before I put the cap back on, because I have had the glued the cap back on before. That kind of suck. That one might be one right now. But take it off, clean your cap, and then you take and you throw this away. So what you've done is you've wasted all the product that's in here. And let me tell you, when these are $16 a piece, last thing you want to be doing is wasting anything. So, you know, you've already squeezed out 2 inches of product plus whatever's left in here. That's probably, you know, 4 or 6 repairs, depending on the size of the repair, that you've just thrown in the trash can. So I keep these strictly just for a quick repair at the field if I need it. If I have something that I have to do really quick and I don't have anywhere to squeeze any, you know, product out and mix it by hand, I'll use these. And then, you know, when I get done, I'll cry as I throw it in the trash can because I just wasted all that product. But usually what I'll do is I'll just put it in the gun, you know, like this, and close it down, take the lid off, and I'll get me some of those little plastic pill containers, little pill cups, like you see in the, you know, the old folks home or in the hospitals or anything like that. And I'll just pump it in, and I'll just squeeze out what little bit that I need, put the cap back on, take it out, and mix it up, use it, and I'm happy. So that way you don't waste any product or, you know, anything like that. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. And, you know, like I said, this is not me trying to sell a product or anything. I'm just trying to say, if you're anything like me, you know, every time you use this stuff, you second guess yourself. And with this stuff right here, it takes all the guesswork out, it takes all the drama out of it, and it's nice to just squeeze out what you need and mix it up and be done with it. I know they have the actual plunger style I've seen it. I can't remember who makes it, but you know they have several. I think Gorilla Glue makes some of them, but it's just you hold it in your hand. It's a plunger, and them things are really expensive too. I think they're more expensive than this is. But these work really good. Give them a shot. I'll put a link up to gluegun.com. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I had a really good experience. You know, I ordered it and they shipped it out pretty quick. And you know, anytime I have a good experience with somebody, I'll pass the word on. And you know, hopefully you guys will have a good experience too, or you know, search around and see if you can find somewhere. Some of you folks may have one of these laying around at home, or you can probably find some on eBay. They'll probably have epoxy all over it, look nasty, but it doesn't matter as long as it works, and that'll save you some money right there also. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. That's my video. Just a little thing. Maybe it'll help you guys out and make your life a little bit easier. And until next time, peace.